Welcome back to Simply Haven Farm. Today we're taking you back a few months to January 26th, the day we got to experience kidding for the very first time. Lachlan and Jolie were both due that day, so we spent the morning and afternoon outside working together as a family while keeping a close eye on them. By 4:19, we checked them again, but there was no sign of labor, just two very pregnant, very unimpressed goats, and I think they were just wondering why we kept bothering them. So we went back to work, ordered dinner, and just before we sat down to eat, I decided to check on them one more time. And sure enough, I noticed that Lachlan's amniotic sac was starting to show, so I called Jonathan and the kids, and they all headed down to the barn. We all huddled around her stall, quietly waiting to see how long labor would take, but by our surprise, by 5 p.m., she was already pushing. Moments later, her first baby had arrived. Even Jolie in the stall next door got to watch it all unfold. Lachlan immediately tapped into her instincts, and she started cleaning off her baby just like she'd done it 100 times before. We didn't even know the gender yet, but we were standing there in awe watching this beautiful moment happen. It always amazes me how animal mothers just know what to do. They listen to their bodies, trust their instincts, and care for their babies so naturally, and sometimes I can't help but wonder if humans have lost that a bit.
The shadows play, the wind hums songs at the break of day, whispering pines, secrets untold, carrying tales only the forest holds. Moonlight spills the velvet dark, patterns leaving its mark. The roots stretch deep, the earth's gentle sigh, a lullaby sung to the open sky. Oh, whispering pines.
Over the next hour, we watched quietly as Lachlan bonded with her baby. Before long, the little one was wobbling up on her feet, taking her first few steps at just 5:18, only 15 minutes old and already walking. Meanwhile, Jolie was watching from her stall, very curious and alert. Even the barn cats had joined us. It was rainy outside and very cold.
Stay over here. Stay over here.
Around 8 p.m., I mixed a warm water and molasses drink to help Lachlan recover after labor. Even though we live in a warmer climate, that night it was freezing, so we bundled up in our winter coats, grabbed blankets, and turned on heaters. We even made ourselves beds on the hay bales and milking stands in the barn. As a family, we decided to spend the whole night out there waiting for Jolie's turn. At 9 p.m., still no signs of labor. Around 9:30, her amniotic sac started to appear, so we thought, this is it. But the joke was on us because by 1 a.m., Jolie was sound asleep. We kept checking on her throughout the night. She was restless but not progressing. Then, finally, around 6 a.m., things started happening pretty fast. The amniotic sac had come out and we could hear the noises of labor starting. Within minutes, baby number 1 had arrived. Those moments are actually on our Instagram if you'd like to see that. Jolie laid back down to clean off her baby, and before long, we noticed she was pushing again. At 6:11 a.m., baby number 2 was on the way.
That's like twins.
That's your first.
Oh, the hips are coming. Look at it, wow, it's pushing that baby leg. Let's take care of that one though. Jilly. Jilly, don't you dare. Oh, it's crazy. Okay. Oh, no, the in front of the ear looked like. Wow, it's really bad. Enjoy it. Dude. A dog.
By 6:22, both little ones were here, 2 tiny, beautiful girls. Lachlan had 1 baby girl and Jolie had 2, making 3 precious baby girls in total.
get this stuff like on his face. Look how Lachlan, Jolene. I wonder if they're both boys. That one is just like Jolie, this other one. So the first one that she had? Yeah. Good girl, Jolie.
Jolie needed a little help at first. She wasn't quite as attentive as Lachlan, so we stepped in to help clean the babies and get them under the heat lamp. In this clip, you can see Jolie hitting the ground and she accidentally hits baby number 2. She was not meaning to do that or meant any foul play by that. She was just a bit restless and trying to figure things out as a new mom. Now at around 7:30, the sunlight has started coming into the barn and we decided it was time to weigh the babies. Jolie's first, Velzy, who you see in this clip, she was so tiny. We weighed her first and she ended up being about 5 pounds, 7.2 ounces. And next time we will definitely just go with the carrying weighers scale things. We ended up using that in the future, which I have Instagram videos on, and that just works so much better to be able to put the baby in the carrier and hand weigh
For
them.
the thing to hold them and then weigh them. And they're with the mom. Yeah.
712.2. We have this track.
Then we jumped over to help Phoenix, Lachlan's little one, learn to nurse. She was having a hard time at first, but we assisted her and she did beautifully after that. As you can see here, she kind of hobbles over Phoenix. We didn't know at first if she was just not going to accept her or what was going on. So Jonathan actually went in and got a closer look, and Lachlan was actually producing a lot of milk at this point. And since she only had one baby, I think that Phoenix was just having a hard time getting a good latch, and Lachlan just wasn't sure about the whole situation. So Jonathan ended up going in, which you'll see in this next clip, and holding up Lachlan's back leg, and then we held baby Phoenix up and helped her get a good latch.
It's okay.
I don't see any tears or anything.
Did you see how she was when she had a baby? She was looking and she
Hopefully these teats get a little bit better.
That Jolie Lachlan can't.
Then, like I already stated, she ended up doing a lot better after we helped her, and she eventually got it all figured out. Phoenix ended up weighing in at 6 pounds, 7.9 ounces, making her the largest baby that was born. This part was actually pretty stressful because when we took Phoenix out, Lachlan was not a fan and she was actually trying to jump her stall. Obviously, after she got baby back, she was happy as can be, and here is Phoenix wagging her little fluffy tail once she was dried off. This morning was so sweet and full of new life, and the next video will be more clips of the baby goats. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe.